Hello everyone, it's Alexander. I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to import images into Solidworks. There are a lot of different CAD programs, a lot of them allow you to do this. The reason you might want to do this is because you're reverse engineering something, or you have a part that you already have, but you don't have a CAD model for it already, and you want to make something that will fit that other part. And one way you can do that is by taking a picture that has some sort of dimension marked in it, so you know what it is, and then you can import that. So we're going to do that here. So the first thing we need to do in SolidWorks is we need to choose a plane. I usually use the front plane. We need to start a sketch. And then what we need to do is we need to come up here. We need to go to Tools. We're going to go to Sketch Tools. We're going to scroll down, and we're going to go to Sketch Picture. Now what we're going to do is we're going to import a picture. I'm going to do that right now. And we're going to import this with low resolution. You don't need a super high resolution picture in order to do this. And it may take SolidWorks some time to open this up. So just be patient. And if you do have the option, you can always reduce the resolution beforehand so that SolidWorks has an easier time of opening it up. I believe it can take PNG and JPEG images, among a couple others. So here we go, we have our part, and you'll immediately see this blue line over here. This is our scale. So as you can see here, I've marked these 2 points. This was on another piece, and I decided to use the dimension so I didn't have to mark as many things. But from here to this point is 65.6 millimeters. You can do something easy like an inch or something like that, as long as it's something that you can tell SolidWorks to put in, it will work. So what you're going to do is you're going to zoom in as far as you can, just sort of try to center it. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. At the size of a couple pixels, it's not going to throw off your measurements that hard. I know this from experience, having used it to 3D print some parts that needed to be fit very snugly and closely, and it worked very well. It also depends sort of on your ability as an artist to copy and follow lines. Anyway, so now we have this part. I'm going to drag this around, make sure it's set down in the center, make sure those lines are lined up. There you go. And it's going to ask me to put in a dimension. Now, if you have a dimension that's not millimeters, you can always put that in. I work with millimeters in SolidWorks, that's just me. So it was, one second, let me have that in frame, 65.6. Now this is the part you don't want to mess up, is entering this in. Alright, so 65.6 milliliters. And for some reason it threw it all the way over here. Not exactly sure why, but we can move the origin later. That's not a big deal. So now what I'm going to do here is see we have sort of this round geometry. Now that I'm here, let me hit this. Hit yes. So now this is defined. This is now scaled this to scale inside of SolidWorks. So now all you have to do is use your spline tool to follow these curves. And this is where we get into the Photoshop-esque part of this project. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just Getting a bunch of splines. And it's kind of hard to see. But I am just going around. And this is actually probably more than enough right here. So as we can see, move this down here. So we can move splines around. That's easy. But I think I want to do half of the model because if you roll all the way around like this and were to rotate it, which is what I'm planning on doing, you may run into issues because it won't be absolutely perfect on both sides, no matter how much you try. So I'm just gonna find the center, and I'm just gonna start moving my splines over. So yeah. So this is something anybody can do, and at the end of the day, you have a part that fits really well for your application. I'm just gonna cut this out and I'll show you the end product probably. Okay, so about here we are probably good to go. So as you can see, I'm gonna move this around. This is flat. I can actually exit the sketch now, and now going to go to features, revolved boss base. I'm going to select the sketch. Select the axis of rotation. This means this part of the sketch. And that should do it. Boom. There we have it. We have the nose cone more or less modeled. And we are good to go. Um, Depending on what you need for modeling, you may want to refine this more. But if not, then you're done. That's how you do it. Anyway, happy modeling, and I hope to see you guys later.